Hello, greetings. This is Jacob here again from South India. Very nice to see you again. And today I just want to speak a little about parenting. Now, parenting is not just about rearing a kid, because anybody can ask, how, if you have not reared up a kid, how can you talk on parenting? Parenting is more about the childhood aspect itself, because as a child, when you grow up, you are undergoing parenting from somewhere else. And then you know a lot of possibilities of the could be's and should be's. At the same time, I do have a little daughter named Asta. I have never spoken about her because it's not valid here. It's a personal issue, so more of that I did not want to speak about it. But again, 10 years back, unfortunately, due to some unfortunate conditions and circumstances, I lost her, and she's living somewhere else right now. I haven't been able to rear her up, but that doesn't stop my responsibility towards her, though the other side of the world is okay with it. So I do understand spiritually there is a lot of implications, and spiritually there is a lot of moral responsibility also that comes with it. So on that part, I have been doing a lot of work in this 10 years, not just to get over with all these things, but at the same time to put up a lot of material for her. So I didn't speak this because again it's not relevant, because you're enjoying the journey, at the same time sharing your light with so many people who are benefiting in some other way. At the same time, she is going to benefit by it. So it's like for everyone, for me, you, everyone. So that's the reason I do not speak about it. I do not want to go much into those things, because these are all life aspects which I have mentioned many times. These are all life lessons. We come, we incarnate, we reincarnate, we keep on doing this stuff with each other, with the souls that we incarnate together with, to learn lessons, to outgrow them, and to ascend higher. So these are part of the life lessons which I have never taken negatively. Of course, those days I did not see it as very positive. What can be positive in a very bad divorce? There is a lot of trauma involved in it, because there are so many lives attached with it, both sides of the families, plus at the same time the child. If you have a child, it's very, very difficult. So maybe the parents' ego maybe to having a lot of advantage, but not necessarily the other aspects that are linked with the life of the parents. So today I just wanted to speak a little bit about it, and I hope this video will today or tomorrow appeal to everyone I have been connected to karmically, because I have no grudges with anyone. Once upon a time there was, because today I know, even with my spouse, she's a lovely soul, very beautiful soul by heart. And I knew it then also, I knew it now also, because some circumstances, it's your prarabdha that creates such kind of incident. And though it was very devastating and very painful at that time, a lot of life lessons I've learned this 10 years. And 10 years I was completely aloof from the worldly aspects and the materialistic world, and the people whom I was connected to all my life, I was not living with them, even in the physical vicinity. So it's after like 10 years, I'm back into the same world. And now it's like I've come into a alien world, like, or me myself to them is like an alien landed from somewhere, and there is no talmail, all those things happen. But again, from one point of view, you know why it's happening and how it's happening, so it's okay with you, even if it is not with them. So I want to put all these things right into your face, not abruptly into your face, but right into your laps, you can call it, because these are some things, the spiritual journey, when we take it always as very positive and very beautiful and very fantasizing. Everything fantastic happens, and all these myths that we carry is what causes the delusion and the pain. So this is what I want to openly share with. It necessarily need not be a wonderful experience. How you create it, it's all upon you. But when you are not spiritually inclined, and when you are badly affected by the illusions of the world, and you're stuck in it, and then suddenly everything shows up very clear, crystal clear to you, you might have a very tough time. That is why I tell even my friends who come into spirituality, be very careful, be very, very careful when you hallucinate, when you fantasize, when you see somebody, oh, that life is so beautiful, this life is so beautiful, so let me make my life like that, let me make life. I mean, it's okay to be inspired, but don't be disillusioned. Okay, because everybody, as I said, is having a special journey. There are a lot of lessons to learn, a lot of things to, and lessons to learn might not be really the superb kind of a thing. You might not like it really. I didn't like most of the things in this 10 years, but now when I look back, I can say it is a beautiful journey. Why beautiful journey? Because a point was made for the lesson to be learned. Until the lesson is not learned, it can be very difficult, because that is where again a lot of conflicts happen. Life is trying to teach you something, you don't want to learn it, and then there is a war going on. So I personally thank everyone who responded to that post. I never thought I would receive so overwhelming responses from all of you. There is so much love in your heart. I'm glad to receive that. Something I pour out and something I receive. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. All those who wished me, my daughter, love. May my spouse also be blessed, because she is also part of this divine journey. In fact, she is one beautiful soul who introduced me into spirituality. It's very confusing if you see that way. But it was only in this spiritual journey when I learned a lot of things with my master. I attended a lot of his shivers and the Pratiprasav, which is kind of the past life regressions and getting over with it. All these things when I done over a period of time, it took a long time to understand why this thing happened. And then when all these things showed up, I realized, oh, what you're calling a curse is a blessing. Because my little daughter, now she's little, but it's not little in that term. They are all mature souls. We are all exchanging roles. In some janma they are something, in some janmas they are something. So it's all the play. It all happens in the family. It keeps on moving in the family itself. I mean, because families do not resolve their issues, so you take another life, you come back again, you change the roles. Daughter becomes father, father becomes grandfather, grandfather becomes servant, servant becomes neighbor, neighbor becomes father, father becomes son, son becomes aunt, aunt becomes grandmother, grandmother becomes a cousin. There's so many things that keep on rotating and revolving time and again, because there are some unfinished issues, and that life will bring you back and throw you again in the same circles. That is why my master used to always remind that your soul family is the one that needs the attention most, and there are a lot of issues to be resolved. That is why give unconditional love and all that stuff, the teachings that comes from there. It is because of this, because there are a lot of issues to be cleared out. Now, issues to be resolved doesn't mean that you sit with them and talk and come over good terms or try to woo anybody or convince anybody. It's not that. It's not possible. It's not going to, because not all will learn their lessons together. Everybody has different time to learn. One person might be mature enough to understand and learn and get away from this drama, the toxic drama that each other are pulling each other towards. Some might take some more time. So the mature persons should always give them the time and scope to learn. That is unconditional love, because there and you're loving them. You don't have any grudges against them. You have no ill feelings about them. For them, you have forgiven them, and there's love in your heart, for them. There is no more bad stories, sad stories. There is no stories to tell. The stories are all diminished. Like my master says, the more stories you have, the more stuck you are. And self-realization is not possible if you don't shed the stories. Now the stories are not memories. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is just memory of certain aspects, of certain incidents, so that I can present it to you and inspire you and let you know that you are also undergoing a lot of stuff in your families and your soul groups. So you can learn from there. That is the reason I'm putting it back. I'm not bringing my personal story here, and even if I bring it, I'm not affected by it. So I'm thankful, because many people shared their love. Some people send me personal messages, said, don't cry and don't shed your tears and everything will be okay. Trust in God, trust in Guru and all that. I mean, I'm over that. If I would have told immediately after this thing happening, those days I needed this kind of an advice most, because I was shattered and always in tears and depression and all that stuff. Today it's not that, because it's gone. Those samskaras have gone, those incidents, the psychic impressions have gone. That you got to take that. That's what the spiritual journey is about. I mean, that's what you do in your spiritual sadhana. You got to uproot everything that is causing you imbalance or not keeping you stable or not letting you grow. That's how it goes. So when you overcome all these things, you can maturely see a lot of stuff. So thank you, because I do understand you're talking from what point of view. It's like you're sharing your concern, your compassion about it. Share your love, share your compassion, but never share sympathy. Anytime. I'm just telling you, okay, parenting, I think so I'll make videos separately some other time. This has gone somewhere else. But this is an important thing again. Never sympathize with anyone whom you love. If you love somebody, share your compassion, but not your sympathy. See, when you sympathize, you'll have a lot of pity for that person. You'll feel bad for that person. And then what are you going to do? You're going to sit and cry with that person and say, let me give you my shoulder to cry upon, and I'm also weeping with you. It's like I take one tissue and you take one tissue, and then we say, bah, my God, I have such a good friend who's crying with me. I don't call that a friend. He's your dushman. Dushman means enemy. Because when you self-pity, when you pity that person is going to go more into self-pity. So we are trying to do it in a good way, but that person might not be ready to understand it in that way, and they sink more into depression, more into self-pity. See, and when you sympathize somebody, and if they fall into self-pity, then what happens is they will never take responsibility for what has happened in their life, and then what will happen is the blame game. If somebody sympathizes with me, oh, it's okay, well, such a bad thing happened to you, then I'll say, yeah, they did this to me. You'll say, yeah, they're all bad people, you are the best one, you didn't do all these things, you deserve the best. And then I sympathize more, I self-pity more, I cry more. Again, the blame is more deeper. Here, one person I gather, two person I gather. Oftentimes, this is what we do when we are depressed or when we are having a life lesson, undergoing a life lesson. We try to attract people who can be very considerate with us, who can stick with us, and who can support us. Support what? Support our ego. And say that, I am not at fault, that person is. Now here it's not about proving who's right and who's wrong. Whoever may be right, maybe they are right, or maybe I am right. That's not what matters on this spiritual journey. What matters first on priority is, have I learned what is behind that thing? What is life trying to teach me? What is this relationship trying to teach me? Or what is this incident trying to teach me? Have I learned that? That is spiritual maturity. When you focus on that, rest all the things are taken care of, believe it or not, automatically. If you don't take care of that, you will have to sit with every single issue. You'll have to sit talking to every single people. You'll have to sit explaining yourself to every single one. And you'll have to justify everything. Every moment you're in that kind of a trauma, it's a big trauma. That is why people cannot come out of their problems. Some even they do 10 shivers, 20 shivers, 30 shivers all their life. They are doing shivers because why? They are sitting there trying to send energy into someone and trying to convince and trying to change somebody else. You cannot do that. It will not happen that way, because that particular life incident has come and happened to you so that it tell you that you are going somewhere wrong. You got to mend something. Maybe in this lifetime, or maybe in the past you have done something to them. So life is just trying to say, see, look at this trauma, this pain that you're undergoing. Do you remember? You had given it to someone else. You're crying right now. This pain, the same was experienced by somebody. You might remember who's that somebody in this lifetime itself. If you don't remember, don't worry. It was somewhere in the past that you have done. But everything is justified, my dear. I'm telling you. Believe it or not, I'm telling you. I'm getting a little emotional here, but I'm telling you. When I saw what I had done to the people this time who are suffering and due to which I was suffering in my past, when that opened up, I'm telling you, I was thinking what I'm getting is less. That's how powerful things are. We do not look into those aspects. If you just change a little perception, if you just change your focus towards this, because always all my videos, everything on www.theconscious.space, specifically I've made for this website, I am talking only about the inner cleansing, the inner transformation, inner purification, inner work. It is all on the self work. It is always on the self. The entire thing that I'm trying to say, even through the videos and everything that I'm doing, is about the self. It is not about changing anybody else. And learning from here and changing the rest of the things. See, what happens is when you learn, like this incident, if you learn from it and if you outgrow it, what will happen is you will come out of it, and also all the people who are attached with the strings attached, having the strings attached to you, will get cut off. So you need not worry about how it will be taken care. Now you are not saying that if you have learned a lesson, then it's your triumph and that the other person should get punished. No, that means you have not learned your life. That is not what this is about. That's again the ego game. पहले भी ये होता था, before the incident also the same thing is to happen. Now you're giving it another route and saying that, look, I won. I've changed. You have not changed. So you're looking down on someone there. It's a holier than thou kind of a thought. No, appreciate everybody. They are also learning. If you really sympathize and love them, you are always sending healing to them. You're still praying for them, that they also ascend. You have been fortunate enough to ascend. They also ascend. Somebody taught me a lesson and brought me such precious lessons. It is because of those somebody that today I even walk this path. Why I'm holding this thing also is because of them. Otherwise, God knows what I would have been doing, and I don't think that would be a very happy situation. There is so much to learn and so many things. I came across my masters, the ascended masters. So many things happened. So many things. A decade is not small. 10 years is not small. Why did it happen? Just because of these two souls. Just because of these two souls. So they are the most precious things in my life. Now I am not talking about attachment, that whether they should be here or not. Some people are praying that they be here and not. No, I did not ask for that. If they are here, fine. If they are not here, fine. That is what life teaches you. It teaches you detachment. It came to show me that not everything is permanent in your life. And it showed me very well, with all kind of examples, with everything that I needed to learn. This is what life is, and some part of the time we got to get detached and go, otherwise you're looping again and again. So once you learn and you cut the strings off, you're off it. Whether the other person is off or not, it's not your concern. Because if they have life lessons, they will keep learning again more. But with you, those karmic implications are over with. So you got to close all these deals one by one. How can you close? Not by going and provoking, attacking, blaming, condemning, manipulating, judging, criticizing, and doing everything, or even compromising. All these things are not required. I mean, on the physical front, if you can do it, fine. Or asking somebody for forgiveness in person, that's fine. If you can do it, it's fine. But not, I'm telling you again, there might be chances that people will not understand it. They might just throw you off or turn away again or cause you more harm. So at this times, subtle is what is more important. The inner kind of releases. So this is how you got to deal with such kind of a life incident. I was going to talk about something else, but something else came in. But I think this is very precious because it just flowed out of me. And if you can catch it, because almost all of us live in families and societies, and we are dealing with all these things. So if you have problem dealing with people look at it from a different way. I know it's not easy. For me, it is still not easy living among families and relatives and friends and who do not sync with me. It's little difficult, but that's again life teaching you a lot to grow up a lot of things, and how to stay detached. And when you're detached, a different kind of a maturity comes, and all your pains will go off, all the traumas will go off. Traumas come because we are not letting go. This is the right way to let go. I hope this video helps you sincerely. If you like this video, please share it with all the people who you think need such kind of video right now and need to listen to this. Share it with them. You're liking this video shows me how you are appreciating it, because if you say there is an energy exchange, and if you want to even show a gratitude, just press the like, because I will just know this has reached and touched your heart. That's the only acknowledgement that we can have it. So like, share and subscribe if you like these videos, and hope everything else is fine with you. I'll come up with some more series whenever I can. Right now I'm taking a big stroll. I gotta go somewhere. It's beautiful nature here. I'm enjoying, and see you very soon. Take care. Stay blessed. Bye.